Friends, as you know that we have been talking about a topic which is very important to education, particularly in the current scenario as well as from the future's perspective, that is information technology and its positioning in education, its improvement in education, its future in education. Friends, I welcome you again to the part 3 of the series of lecture on information technology and education. As you remember that when we began this topic, we took certain objectives as to discuss under this topic. We have already discussed definition, what information technology is, how it came into being, how it came to be regarded as one of an important component of education. What is its role in school education and in higher education as well as professional education? This was also discussed in the previous lecture when we talked about that what artificial intelligence is and how it is being utilized and what kind of future do we have as far as artificial intelligence is concerned. Just to recap what we have done in our previous lectures was, we have talked about that why education and information technology are being read as being very important in the current scenario. It has changed the aims of education itself because information technology has increasingly made education being perceived as the process of not creating, preserving, integrating, transmitting and applying knowledge. Rather, the aim of current education is revisionary, creative, personal and pluralistic. So, information technology by its usage in education has changed the aim of the education itself. Currently, information technology has freed education from the constraint of space and time. As we can see that the student who is sitting at 100 miles, 500 miles or even 5000 miles can also have access to the information or education or lectures or the discussions being held for his or her enhancement of knowledge or learning. In fact, information technology currently has enabled the delivery of educational services at not just from anywhere but also anytime. That means we can have learning possible at 12 at night as well as 4 in the morning. So, the education has become, due to the fact that information technology has paved its importance and paved its way in the education. Now, the physical libraries have been replaced by digital libraries which are available to anybody, and future of education is also being determined as due to the advent of technology as not just in case but as just for you. That means the education has to target the audience, target the learner, not target the learning as was being done in the conventional methodology of teaching and learning. So, now the education is to target the needs of individual students. Due to technological literacy, people can derive from the cultural capital, from the information capital which is available on just click of the mouse. Due to the fact that we have been able to utilize artificial intelligence and other modes of information technology, now we can have the education being simplified as well as that the exchange of information either from the researchers or the teachers or even the students and its distribution is also greatly increased. Now, just at the click of the mouse, we can have the data management, we can do assessment in microseconds, and student can practice again and again without the fear of failure, because usually the failure of fear is due to it's psychological and due to the fact that the student feels that he or she is being observed either by the peer group or by the students. But when the AI is the one who is providing the student the options as well as the reasons for the correct option, then naturally the student feel motivated rather than feeling afraid of going for the assessment. So, The assessment has also become quite friendly as well as quite easy, and the student is allowed to move on his or her pace. So, education is feeding technology with information, with knowledge, with research, and information technology is helping the education as to make it reach to the people at ease, as well as make the work of the people, the stakeholders in the education easier. And who are the people who are involved in the education system? They are the teachers, they are the researchers, they are the administrators and planners. So, their work is being simplified due to the fact that we are utilizing information technology, may it be in the form of smart boards, may it be in the form of machine learning, may it be in the form of artificial intelligence. So, it is evident that information technology has affected changes to the methods, purpose as well as perceived potential of the education. Friends, when we are talking about education, we are not just talking about the formal education or not even informal or non-formal education. We are talking education which is something which goes on throughout the life of an individual, and it is something which individual can take up at any time. Now, due to the fact that we have new technology involved, we have the education available to anybody and everybody. What kind of ways are there as far as information technology is concerned, or information technology is being involved in education? Friends, we have talked about artificial intelligence in our previous lectures, when we talked about that what artificial intelligence is and how it has been utilized by the educationist or the people from the information technology side for the improvement of education. We have also talked about machine learning. We also discussed that what blockchains are and how they have been utilized in the education process. We were also concerned about the smart boards and how they are being used. As we discussed, that smart board are currently they are not so cheap. So, that is why not the country like India is not able to have the smart boards in each and every class, but in the future, as we all know, that smart board will be there in every classroom, and this is something we are aiming at. And as we understand, the technology is becoming cheaper also, and our nation being technologically very smart has always come out with certain options which are home tested as well as produced at home, and so they are not just cheap but also of more importance to the Indian scenario. So, we also talked about handheld computing devices and as well as adaptive computer testing. Friends, we shall be talking in detail today. We shall be talking in detail how the IT can influence or will influence or is influencing current school education. Because whenever we talk about school education, we have to understand that it is being impacted by the educational software and hardware, as well as by the fact that we have certain technological devices which can be easily used by the students. The technological devices which can be used by the students even at the school level are like AI or even the adaptive computer testing, as we use that for the assessment purpose. So, students, when they learn in the classroom, they can learn extensively by utilizing technology more, because they can research on their own and they can learn on their own. When we talk about machine learning, we have to understand that machine learning helps the individual, may it be at the school education level, the teachers or the higher education people, or even the policy framers or the planners, in predicting career path. Like we last time also we discussed an example of a university in which it was found that most of the students who are enrolling, they are not so sure about what is suitable for them, and this generally happens particularly at the teenage, that student is not clear, about what kind of career path the student should be taking. In fact, to the extent that student is not even aware of one's own interest and one's own strengths and weaknesses. So, by utilizing information technology, by conducting tests and making it feasible for the students by appearing on their own at home in their own as per their own convenience, and they can decide that what kind of career path they should be taking. It has been done as a testing parameter. It was found to be quite successful. Another important aspect of machine learning is precise grading. So, because it has been seen that when the individual does the assessment, there are huge chances of subjectivity being involved. So, whenever there is a requirement for the precise grading, may it be for the subjective assessment like the essays or the letters which have been written by the students, even in that case, if machine is being involved, then naturally machine will not just grade everyone as per one's own potential, also providing the inputs of improvement, like the machine shall be assessing on the style, the machine shall be assessing on the grammatical portion. This machine can also assess upon the structuralization as well as provide the suggestion to the individual. This is something which is being planned, but it is not being practiced currently in our school education, but it is something which would be done in the future very well. As we know that there is an app which is called Grammarly, and we know that by utilizing that app we can improve our writing skill, because that provides us appropriate vocabulary as well as appropriate grammar. So, these kind of interventions which have been introduced in the current scenario, they have not just made work of the teachers easier, so providing them more time for improving themselves as well as improving their lessons as to for the individual needs of the student, but also have provided more teaching material to the teachers as well as study material to the students. We have to understand that by utilizing information technology, we can have the fairness in the system, we can have more time available to us, but most important aspect which as a teachers we have to understand is that being a teacher, we have to train our students, we have to teach our students, educate them as to handle the IT for their benefits. And because whenever we talk about IT in education, the information is available, but the student should be able to select, grade and accordingly utilize the information which is of importance to him or her. That is the most important skill which is required currently as well as shall be required in future. Machines shall be helping, as they are helping currently also in data collection as well as providing the transparent picture of the data as per our expectations, as per our variables. If we want to see the by having the data of the assessment of all the students, if we want to see that how many students need to improve in English language, even that can be provided by utilizing AI. And if we want to go further in detail and we want to know that how many students need to practice grammar more, then even that can also be provided. We can also go to the extent of finding out that how many students have good literary style. So, that can help us to understand the interest of the student as well as motivate them as to go for further improving their language, and it's very much probable that those students may be able to take up the language learning. For if we go back to this example, then we would understand that the students would be able to utilize their skills more as well as understand their own potential if they are being assessed by the machinery. Teachers can also use their own way to grade students and help the machine as well as help the student as to provide the missing component or by adding their own suggestions. So, we have to understand that the machines, if they are being used in the grading system, they should be utilized properly, one, and we should be sure of the fact that they are precise, and the teachers have to be very much when the machines are being used in the assessment, that the teachers should be more suggestive about the improvement, and they should be treating every student fairly, because when machine is evaluating the student, the chances of fair evaluation or fair assessment are high. Now we have to understand that whenever digital education is being used, or we are using the digital mode, then the non-protected digital privacy is something which is very much important, and this is something which all of us need to take care of, because it has been seen that the technology which is having the complete data of the students, they can work as they can turn out to be the time bomb also, if they are not being appropriately used, or they are not in the hand of the people who are just using it for the improvement of the system or improvement of the students. So, to secure the provided data and to keep it private for both students and teacher is very much important, particularly by the machine learning. This is something which is to be done. Now, let us talk about that how information technology has been read in India, and what kind of future do we see whenever we talk about information technology as far as India is concerned. To see that, all we need to do is that we need to look through NEP 2020. NEP 2020 has given lot of weightage and importance to information technology, to such an extent that there is going to be an autonomous body, that is NETF, National Education Technology Forum, which shall be created, and it should supply a platform for the free exchange of ideas on the utilization of technology, as well as reinforced learning, assessment, planning, administration and so on, both for college and better education. In fact, the aim of NETF are going to facilitate deciding on induction, deployment as well as the use of technology by providing to the leadership of educational institutions, may it be the state or central government, as well as the other stakeholders, that is the parents, the students, the teachers, or the companies or the industries, because they are also stakeholders, particularly whenever we talk about the higher education, they are also stakeholders. They usually take the students from the colleges or the institutions or the universities, and they always look for the newest knowledge and the research which is of their importance. So, the newest knowledge and the research should become the opportunity to consult as well as share the best practices. NETF will have the subsequent functions. One will be to provide independent evidence, that is it will be advising central and government agencies on technology, and based upon that intervention, both poor infrastructure and educational technology shall be improved, as well as the strategic thrust areas shall be envisioned during this domain, that is information technology and education, as well as the new directions shall be articulated for the research and innovation. The thrust of technological interventions are going to be for the need of improving teaching, learning and evaluation processes, as well as the technological interventions will be there to support the teachers as well as provide the professional development of the teachers. In fact, information technology shall be utilized for providing the not just more learning material to the teachers, but also enhancing their educational accesses, as well as streamlining educational planning, management as well as administration. It shall be included in all the processes associated with admissions, attendance, assessment, etc. It has been seen that when we are talking about the admission, that there are agencies which are looking after the admissions of the engineering like NTA, and those are the agencies which are utilizing information technologies to the best. Even the universities are also utilizing the information technology for their online admissions, as well as maintenance of attendance as well as assessment processes, because the assessment, whenever it is being done in the objective basis, then naturally the machines are the best one to do the assessment, as well as it provides the result within few days, that is even if the lakhs of students have appeared in the objective type assessment, then the machine can provide the result within a few minutes, and that can be shared with the students. So that makes assessment quite easy, as well as the work of the teachers also become easier, as well as the student also realizes which are the areas which needs to be improved. An upscale sort of educational software is also something which need to be discussed, which need to be improved for the above purposes. And there are software which have been developed and are being developed, and they are available for the university, colleges, students as well as teachers at their level. So, whenever we talk about information technology being used, we know that the teaching learning e-content is being developed by all the states in all the languages. This is also one of a core component of NEP 2020, that we have to provide the e-content in the regional languages, and that can be easily shared as well as developed in understanding by various stakeholders, may it be at the central level or may it be at the state level. So, NCERT, CIET, CBSE and iOS, they are the bodies which are being involved, and they are being uploaded onto the Diksha platform, which is very much being done at a very fluent pace. These all bodies are utilizing the various online platform as to share the information, the knowledge as well as education in different kind of languages which are being spoken by the students. In fact, it is also being observed in NEP 2020 that the attention is required and it will be paid to emerging disruptive technologies which will necessarily transform the education system. And one among the permanent tasks of NETF is going to categorize the emergent technologies, supporting their potential as well as estimated time frame for disruption, and to periodically present the analysis to MHRD. So, this is going to be one of our important tasks of this particular body. These inputs shall be supported, and MHRD will formally identify those technologies with emergence demands responses from the education system. So, as NEP 2020 has outlined, from this what we understand is that NEP 2020 sees information technology as being one of the main driver of education system, and it will improve the education system by extensively providing the education to the people at different distances as well as at different time. So, and extensive use of technology in teaching learning shall not just make it more accessible, but also remove language barriers, and educational planning and administration can also be easily made accessible as well as made transparent, fair as well as centralized by utilizing information technology. Whenever we talk about NEP 2020 on a national level, it believes that investing in digital infrastructure is something which is mandatory, and we need to develop online teaching platforms and tools. As we know that we have already developed certain online teaching platform like MOOCs and Diksha, but we shall be doing it at higher pace, at more speed. We shall also be creating virtual labs and the digital repositories, and teachers shall be trained towards becoming quality online content creators. So, designing and implementing online assessment, establishing quality standards for content and technology, pedagogy for online teaching learning, and every classroom having access to the latest educational technology which enables better learning experiences. These are few of the important core areas on which NEP 2020 has centered, and they are the areas which we need to adhere to, attend to in the future. Whenever we talk about technology, we have to understand that extensive use of technology in teaching and learning, particularly when we talk about Divyang students, that makes education easier as well as individualized. And because the young students shall be able to have the information available to in their home, and they wouldn't be required to go to the school to be get educated, as well as the parents or the caregivers or the guardians can be oriented by educating them how to be better support to the Divyang children and cater to their needs, the learning needs, as well as according the priority. This is something which has been at the center whenever we talk about the utilization of technology, particularly enabling the students who need it, the special students who need it. That is something for which the technology is to be used. Technology shall make the curricula flexible for them so that they can work at their own pace, and it will also provide leverage to the child's strength and create an ecosystem for appropriate assessment and certification. Friends, we shall be discussing in great detail that how information technology has been perceived in NEP 2020 in the next part of the series of lecture, that is part 4 of the series of lecture on information technology and education. On this note, I, Dr. Renu Tomar, is signing off. Namaskar, Jai Hind, be safe and take care of yourself.